Chapter 1. Thanksgiving in Thistle Hollow meant one thing above all else: the harvest feast. A single long table stretched the entire length of the town hall's main room, open to anyone who wanted a seat, funded by donations, staffed by volunteers, and this year, for the first time in a decade, catered. I was up a different ladder than the one I'd used for Hollow Night, hanging dried wheat sheaves and strings of amber glass beads from the town hall's exposed beams. When Priya found me with 2 coffees and a face I'd started to recognize as her I have gossip and also a grievance face. "Roger Fenwick," she said by way of hello, handing me a cup, "cornered me outside the bakery this morning." "About the dessert contract?" "About the dessert contract." She said it with the specific flatness of a woman rehearsing calm for an audience of one. "Apparently his outfit wants exclusivity on the feast now. Not just the savory course, everything, including the pies I have made for this event every single year since before he owned a single stand mixer. He implied, and I want to be precise about the word implied, that the committee might reconsider my slot if I didn't want to partner with him on terms he'd be setting. That's not how any of this works. Delia runs the vendor slots, not Fenwick. I know that, you know that. I'm not sure Roger Fenwick has ever once in his life accepted that a decision wasn't ultimately his to make." She wrapped both hands around her cup. "I told him no, politely. The first time. Less politely the second time, when he brought it up again an hour later, like I might have changed my mind in the interim." I climbed down, wheat sheaves crackling under one arm, and looked around the town hall's main room. The long table skeleton already assembled, 20 feet of raw pine waiting for linens, the tall windows letting in the flat gray light of late November. Business had been good since October, better than good actually. A haunted trail with a body in it had turned out, grimly, to be excellent advertising for a woman who could make a room look exactly right under pressure. And I'd spent the 6 weeks since fielding more inquiries than Sparrow and Sage had gotten in its first year combined. I tried not to think too hard about what that said about people. How do you take the second no? About as well as you'd expect from a man who apparently thinks charm is a renewable resource he's never once had to spend. Priya's jaw was tight in a way I didn't love. I might have said something about his kitchen's health inspection history in front of 2 members of the events committee. I'm not sorry. I would like it on the record that I am not sorry. Sparrow and Sage had a full slate of Thanksgiving work that year. The town hall, the Greens community tree lighting prep starting the week after, 3 private dinners for families who wanted their tables to look like something out of a magazine. And I'd taken all of it gladly, the way I took everything gladly that first full year back. Still slightly amazed each time somebody handed me money to make a room look the way I already saw it in my head. Roger Fenwick's catering outfit had signed on to run the feast's kitchen back in early October, a deal Delia had been visibly relieved about at the time. Professional catering meant fewer volunteer casseroles of uncertain provenance, she'd said, which was a real concern in a town where at least one Tupperware dish had achieved minor local infamy. I hadn't thought much about Fenwick beyond that. I would think about very little else soon enough.